Oh, man, I took a nap. I was tired when I woke up this morning, and I had this dream that I, like, did all this work in the back of my farm. I rented a tractor and all this stuff and tore up the whole field, and it turned into an absolute nightmare. And I woke up and I realized maybe that would have been a great idea because I could make the field bigger, but this would just be a total nightmare because there's a hill here that is pretty steep, and so I'd have that in the middle of my trying to mow. And there's all these trees that are like really a mess in here that you just can't even cut down. So I think, while that was a cool idea and kind of a neat dream, I think that we're just not going to do that. I'm just going to have what I have. So I'm going to go. What we need to do today is we need to get our rocks picked out with the rock picker. So we're going to take our M614. Oh, and on the on Kubota news, my wife and I have been making a couple trips up to the Sandusky area to get my weekly checks for the weddings, because a lot of times it takes them 2 or 3 weeks to send them to me, and it's like the last couple weeks I've really needed the money in now. So bark, 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 barkity, bark, 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 bark. Anyway, ignore the dogs. We had to go up there. And on the way up, we pass what I talked about this on other videos that I've had, but we passed this huge, what used to be a New Holland dealer, and they used to have all the harvesters and the big tractors, and that's all gone, all of it gone. And all they have now are Kubota tractors, including an M8 and an M6 and a lot of the 5 Series, like the Orchard tractor that we have, but with the regular setup, like not the squished setup. So we are going to rent a rock picker, and I'll be back when the dogs are done barking. Before recording, I literally was sat in this house looking for a new harvester for this map for fun. And for like an hour talking to my wife, we've just been sat here. Not a single bark. As soon as I start recording, bark, 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 bark. I rented the ELO. It's like a couple bucks more, but or Elho. Sounds horrible. It is so much easier to use this thing. Now, it is a little bit on the way big for our tractor, but we'll get done a lot quicker with this thing. Oh, wow. Anyway, so this farm survived the cull. I am having to go. We're busy. I got a baby. I still have a bunch of puppies, though. Thankfully, we dropped the price to $100. We're getting a lot of people that are interested in the puppies now. So hopefully within a couple weeks, most of them will be gone. We're keeping 1 or 2 of them, but the others will all be gone. So the house will be quieter. Things will kind of be starting to get back to normal. But despite that, work has been really busy, which is great. And I just got a lot of things going on. So I haven't been able to record as much. But I was kind of looking through my channel, and I realized that I really have enough time, even when I wasn't so busy, to do like 1 or 2 episodes of each farm like a month. I'm looking at my release rates, when videos get released. And I don't think that's fair or fun. To see your favorite farm once a month, it's kind of like, why even bother? So I've really kind of decided to, and I know some people aren't going to like this, but I don't know what else to do. I'm paring way back on the amount of farms that I have. And some things have been done because of issues. My wife and I had our farm, and we can't continue that one because we have a baby. She's busy. It's like there's a lot going on. So she doesn't really play farms so much anymore. Maybe. Yeah, she hasn't really played any games at all because she's busy. She's holding the baby. The baby's hungry. Whenever I'm recording, somebody's got to watch the baby. So while I might sit here late at night and play games and hold the baby, I can't really do that while I'm recording though I have. But I mean, that's just besides the point. It's you know, if I can get her to play a game here and there, but that you know, once again, that's not fair for you guys because I'm trying to make a episodic, you know, farm, and you guys are getting one episode every, you know, month or every 2 months or every 6 months, you know, and that, what's the point? Now, Micah and I, we've been doing the Cousins farm, and that we cannot, for whatever reason, Micah and I are not able to get our farm sim games to connect. When he makes a game, I can't see it. And when I make a game, he can't see it. So, for whatever reason, we aren't able to connect any longer. We play other games together, no problem, but for some reason, Farm Sim just won't connect. And we've spent hours and hours trying different stuff on Discord, like with me seeing his screen and, you know, trying to figure out what settings are set and, like, is everything set right? Everything's set right. It just doesn't work. So, you know, that farm has kind of gone defunct. It's been months. The multi-farm. The interest in that farm has kind of died. The last episode I released only had like 600 views. When a farm goes that low, it's not worth my time. I got to be frank. So here's what we're going to do. I'm having 2 farms. That's it. I'm not doing any streaming farms. I'm still going to do tutorials, but I'm having 2 series. And this is my favorite farm. It really, look at this farm. I love this. Look at the fall colors. I mean, this is just a beautiful little map. It's got everything on it. We're doing cows, chickens, horses. We got sheep. We don't have pigs yet, but, you know, eventually we could get pigs on here. But we have, it's like a small income farm or small loss of income farm as it is right now. But hopefully we'll start making money. Once the cows really start producing milk. Anyway, so we're hopefully going to start producing with this farm in little increments, but it's going to be like a kind of like a real farm. Like we're just slowly making money and slowly getting money in. And when we have enough money, I'd like to buy. There is a mod that allows you to have a little shop, and you can make things like garden salads and stuff like that and sell them and make a little bit more money off your gardening stuff. We have our little greenhouse. So those are the kind of things that I'm looking to do to kind of keep this series going. But I like this series and this farm because we get to do everything. We're harvesting, we're growing different kinds of crops. We're still doing some grass stuff, but because of the silo that we have, we don't have to do a whole lot of silage stuff, which is nice. We got, you know, animals, we got products, and it's a good balanced farm. The fields are small. It doesn't take me too long to get stuff done. So this farm is staying. And I thought about getting rid of it, but I had a couple of my viewers, actually several, be like, I need, sorry, I had to interrupt myself there. Yes, so I had a couple of my viewers write in on Facebook and leave comments and messages and like, please don't get rid of this series, please. And I myself, of course, am pretty attached to it, so I'm like, yeah, you're right. I can't do it. So we will keep this series going. And I have another series coming. So we have a new map that takes place in America. I am not, once again, I've tried to do these role play story things and they don't really work. And I'm terrible at that. I really kind of, I have a hard time staying in character. Someone like Daggerwin or something like that, that guy's really good at doing like, you know, like, today we are going to visit my neighbor, Mr. Jones. You know, I'm not. That was a terrible impression of Daggerwin, but I can't do those kind of farms. I'm too squirrely. I'm too ADHD. It just doesn't work. So, we will be having a new American farm. It's also, I got cows on there. It'll be sort of a production farm, but I'm using some cool different mods that allow me to make different products, also allow me to, it's a different type of cow barn, a little bit of a larger farm, bigger fields. We're going to be going with some, I think, case equipment, if I remember right. And so that series will be starting soon. And what I'm going to do going forward, this farm's going to stay. But any farm that I start, it's going to have a 3-month life. So we're going to be recording October, November, December. At the end of December, we're going to take a look at the farm. I'm going to look at the views, see how viewership is, and make a decision on whether we do another, we'll do options like every month. At the end of each month, we'll see how the farm is doing, if people want to continue the series or if people are getting bored and I'm losing numbers. Because to be frank with you, for me to put videos up and to have, 200-300 people watching it, it's too much work to not get enough. We need the views coming in. For me to get income from ads and stuff like that, we need people watching these videos. I know that sounds crass, and I do this for fun, but I've gotten to the point in my life where I need the income. So it's like, it's partly, if I'm going to do this, I have to get something back. Otherwise, I just don't do it, and I play games late at night and then go to bed. So if we're going to be spending time away from the family doing recordings and stuff, then I have to be able to make some kind of income on it. So if the farms aren't doing well and they're not being viewed, then it's time to move to a new farm. And I find that with YouTube, new farms bring lots of new viewers. I hate that part of it, but that is what it is. If I run a farm too long, people get bored and they stop watching the series. But I think the other problem is my fault, and that is that because I run too many farms, I end up not putting out enough episodes of those farms. People get bored. They stop, they keep hoping that a new episode's going to come out, and it doesn't, and eventually they just give up and leave. So I think if I do just less farms and then have more episodes, I don't think we'll see farms fall off like I have been, because, once again, like that was an Elk Mountain farm that I was doing the multi-sim on, which is a great idea and a lot of fun. I only was releasing like one episode every 2 months. Well, no wonder nobody's watching it. Durr. But I don't really have time to do more, because we have this farm and we had the other farm, and I had, all these different simulators I'm playing and so on. Anyway, I'm trying to clean up the mess a bit. So, once again, SnowRunner is going to see some changes. We've been doing a hardcore series and a regular series. Well, I'm putting the hardcore series on hold. I know some people are going to be sad about that, but we've gotten through the initial scout, and now I need to finish the game on my regular mode. It's been 2.5 years, and I'm only 30% done. We need to get that game done. So each week, Javius, Mike, and I are focusing on getting more of that game finished, so that we can really kind of enjoy hardcore mode, and that be the only thing that we're doing when we're doing it. So that's where we're going with that. So anyway, changes coming to the channel, but I think it's going to be good. And like I said, I feel like this will give me more time to work on this farm. And honestly, I always end up coming back to this farm. This one I have, when I think farm sim, and I'm like, I need to record some farm sim. And here's proof positive right here. I need to start that new farm. And where am I? Oh, I came here first. I didn't record an episode of that. I recorded an episode of this. Why? Because this is my favorite farm. I love this farm. So anyway, one thing I wanted to do on here is look for a little bit smaller harvester. Now, we could go with the in-game Rosslamush, but it's the Nova, right, honey? The Rosslamush? You don't know. The Neva's the smallest one. The Nova's the one I think that's in the game. But I don't know. We've used the Nova so many times in so many series. I was actually looking today to find an old friend. The Sampo Rosenlu C6, the Kamiya C6. It used to be the default harvester in Farm Sim 15, and I was thinking, man, this farm actually would be a perfect farm for the Kamiya C6. So I went out there on the web, and guess what? Nobody's made a mod of that. Shockingly, probably people are sick of it, but nobody's modded a C6. Now, there's 2 mods that are based on the C6. There's a class harvester, a 310 model, that is the Kamiya C6, but it's got the class labeling. And it's a real harvester. It's kind of funny. The Kamiya C6 by Sampo Rosenlu, John Deere also has a model of the C6. So it has, they have one that has John Deere paint on it. They've got one that has class paint on it. And these are real. I'm not making that up. Like they're not like in game. They're actually real life. I think on the John Deere, it's a 330 is the name of the harvester. But if you look up a John Deere 330, it's actually the Sampo Rosenlu with John Deere paint. And John Deere sells it as one of theirs, and which surprises me because John Deere, at least here in America, whoa, look out, Mr. Deere. At least here in America, John Deere is really particular about the equipment being their equipment and not being third party. Everything John Deere makes in America is like, hey, we make this, it's ours, and it has our parts, and it belongs to us. However, their Home Depot lawnmowers and stuff like that are different, but for their main product line, it's made by John Deere in the John Deere factory. The parts are stocked by John Deere, and that's a big deal to them. So it's a little bit shocking to me to see like a harvester that is not a John Deere harvester with John Deere paint on it. But that's, But anyway, Kloss also has one. It's called the 310. Same harvester, same deal. It's a C6 with different paint. So. But I looked at the mod, and the sorry, it's getting late here. I looked at the mod, and the John Deere one was not well done. It just didn't look right. And the Kloss one looked great, but they wanted $140,000 for it, and I'm like, that's more than my Dutzfar. So for now, I'm keeping the Deutz, or Deutz. The problem with the Deutz is it's too big for this map. It really, it's just a hair too. It's a small harvester, but it is a hair too big for this map. It's pretty hard to navigate while you're harvesting, and I thought, boy, it'd be nice to pick something out, make these series a little bit more interesting. So I'll keep my eyes out there. I looked for a Kubota harvester. Somebody has actually taken a harvester. I think they took the Roslamash Nova and turned it into a Kubota, but it's not really a Kubota. So hang on, I got a Canadian soldier flying in my face. Hang on a second here. I'll be right back. Okay, I think it's gone. I tried to kill it, but it got away. So yeah, they not a real Canadian soldier, just the bug, the insect. Yeah, so they turned a Roslamash Nova into a harvester, but they don't make harvesters. Kubota makes a rice harvester only, and it comes with, interestingly, both heads. It's got what kind of looks like a corn head, and then what looks like a regular a combine header, like a wheat header. And it also, interestingly, plants. So you've got this harvester that's also a planter. I'll be right back. My wife looks like she wants to say something to me. I'll be back. Yeah, so anyway, the harvester, I don't know. We could go with the Kloss Dominator. That one's small enough. But I have to look at the pricing. I don't really, I don't know. The Dominator, it's an overused harvester. Reason being, in all fairness, it is probably one of the most prolific harvesters in the world. The Dominator, and I think it's made by Sampo Rosenlu. It might be a C6 or based on a C5 or something like that. But I'm pretty sure Sampo Rosenlu is the one that actually made that one too. So, but it is it's a harvester that has been used all over. Even, what was it, Top Gear, they had an episode where they had a harvester and they were using it as a snowblower. And it was a Kloss Dominator, because there's a bazillion of them out there. Thank you, honey. My wife got me a glass of water. She's so nice. She snapped her finger. The car keys? Right here. Are you going to look for the missing binky? We went to Bye Bye Baby to get a bottle sterilizer. We've been buying, this is crazy. Like, my wife bought a bottle sterilizer and a mixer that mixes baby formula, like, perfectly and gives it to you at, like, temperature from this company, like this really big company called Baby Brezza, okay? And they're this, like, famous company, and their stuff's expensive, but it saves you a lot of time and work. And it was really nice because it would just mix the thing out and then you'd have formula. So we started reading about it after we got it. And anyway, she was using it, and it croaked after like a week of use. The sensor came on, and it's like when you got that sensor error, we were reading about it online, like, oh, if you get this error message, it has to go back to Baby Brezza. It's broken, and you have to have this part replaced. So we looked online, and it turns out like a bazillion people are having problems with that same thing, and it's a known issue with this, I don't know if it was 150 or 250. It was expensive. It was a stupid expensive thing. And so we were looking online, and it turns out that there's a huge lawsuit that the mixers aren't working right. They're not mixing formula properly, and there were a couple babies that actually died from malnutrition because it wasn't mixing properly, and people thought they were giving their babies food, and they were just getting water. Good job, baby. Oh, it was in a Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. And so anyway, we sent that thing back, of course, and got our money back.
About the mixer.
Yeah, so now she just mixes them by hand. We have to warm it up with Oh, but the point is, you also have to sterilize bottles, obviously. My wife doesn't. She just bottle feeds. So with the sterilization, you have to... there's a machine that we got that you put the bottles in and you put the things in. And where is she?
Oh, the sterilizer.
Yeah, is she in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case you went.
Okay. The sterilizer, like it worked for 4 weeks. This is like $150 sterilizer, and it went bad. It stopped working. It's like, what?
Did you take that to UPS though?
No, I haven't done it yet. We have to do this week, but we're returning that also because it's within the 45 days. So we're going to get our money back on that one. So we went to the this Baby Brezza and got binkies. The whole point is my wife had to go out to the car to find the binkies because we couldn't find what bag they were in. But
No, we went to Bye Bye Baby.
but we went to Bye Bye Baby and got a new sterilizer, and that was it $50.
Yeah.
And it has no sensors. You just plug the thing in and it sterilizes. Yeah, you have to turn a knob, and it's got a timer, and it sterilizes them, and it's way cheaper, and it just works. For now. It's a little small. The nice thing about the Baby Brezza was that it was bigger, so we have bigger bottles, and so this one you have to kind of really jam them in there because they don't fit quite right. It's made for smaller bottles than the ones that we're using, so that's a little bit annoying, but anyway, things I didn't know. It's been years.
I've got a quick question.
Yeah?
After you've done this episode,
Yes?
is there any way you could potentially go and feed and water my rabbits, mate?
No,
Why?
because they're your rabbits.
Okay, well, it's your house, so you clean your house.
Well, no, it's your house. They're your. You got to feed and water those rabbits. No.
Please?
No.
My finger really hurts. It does.
Nice try.
No, my finger really hurts.
Come on, I got to do the garbage and stuff tonight.
Okay, so you have to go out there anyway.
Well, no, I'm not going. Oh,
Thanks.
fine. Way to not feed your rabbits.
Oh, shush.
Make your husband do it. Okay, I got to find the.
Else around here?
Yeah, you do. That's true. She's been cleaning like crazy. I don't know what happened there, but for some reason this just unfolded itself. Oh, it's turning itself on. What the? Okay, I want to look at the map. I need to find the rock crusher. Is that it?
You're gonna go and crush some rocks.
I need to crush some rocks. I can't remember where this thing is. I think, is it over here? Biogas plant. Nope. Supermarket. It's not going to be in town. Oh, it's in town. See, I'm here. The water. No, that's all my sheepy stuff. What? Is that it? Debris crusher. So I need to go out. It's to the left. All right. So I got a new joystick. I'm super excited about it. Well, controller, not joystick. These deer have a death wish. They wish to be under my wheels. There we go. My son the Xbox controllers, and they all go bad. They have a limited lifespan. But my son kept telling me about this 8-bit Dio or 8-bit Do controller, and so I was like, well, I'll check it out, and I've been really, really happy with it. It's basically kind of like a original Super Nintendo controller mixed in with a oh no, it's not there. Mixed in with a PlayStation controller, and it really works very well, and it's very comfortable. Solid. It comes with a rechargeable battery, which reminds me I probably have to recharge it here pretty soon. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Okay, here's where we're going. Second exit, second entrance. Yeah, so it's really cool. It has all the modern conveniences, same amount of buttons as all the Xbox controllers and stuff. A little bit more like a PlayStation DualShock, though, but it marries that kind of DualShock and Nintendo controller. The only thing I have to get used to is that the joystick is not in the same place as the control pad. They flip-flopped them like they do on the PlayStation controls, where I'm used to the Xbox controller, where it goes from left to right. It goes joystick, direction pad, second joystick. This one goes direction pad, joystick, joystick, like a DualShock. Well, we made a little money, and I think we're done with the Rock Crusher. I'm going to check my fields real quick, but I'm pretty sure they're limed, and yeah, they're limed. Okay, so the question is, we use some slurry. Oh boy, these guys are really flying. We're going to be using slurry over the next couple months to fertilize our fields. So I don't know if we've made any more, but we might have. And I just want to check my fields real quick. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have to put lime down on these grass fields. And we could turn around and plant. We can plant grass anytime, so we're going to turn around and plant grass on these fields. But I just want to make sure that these are limed. Yep. Yeah, there's our fields. There's the two to the right there that are white. Those are limed, and they're stoned. I know number 12 is limed and stoned because I just saw it. So we're going to take this Rock Crusher back. And unfortunately, my tractor's pretty worn. Maybe I should try to do it at home. I don't remember if I have a workshop at home or not. I don't think I do. So I think I'll get it fixed up here when we take this back. Is that where? I wish this was marked out a little better. It is. Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay, we're going to repair this. Oh, gosh. And we're going to return that. Oh, man, that's expensive. Freak's sake. All right, so we're done with the rocks. The fields are ready, and let's go ahead and take a look at the... Once again, I want to get these turned today if possible. We're not planting those fields yet. We're going to plant oats next year. Oats, oats, and more oats. We are really down on cash. Oof. Yep. Hi, chickens. Make some more eggs fast. We need money. All right, so we're going to plant grass. I already have a roller rented, it looks like, so I got ahead of myself there, but the tractor needs cleaning, so we'll clean that off. And I think we need to put lime down, so I'll grab the The spreader, I think, is already on our spreading device on our little. Hang on, let's go take a look. The spreader's already on the John Deere, so yeah, pH value is bad. Doesn't say that it needs lime. Wait, no, it does. pH is lime. That's right. Nitrogen is 0. That's the fertilizer. 12, I think we slurried already. Oh, a segment. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, we need to put our pH down. All right, so we're gonna go grab the trailer. Where's our? I think we have lime in here. Yeah, there's bags and bags of it. More lime there. So we'll grab our little guy here. And where did our flatbed trailer go? I gotta find that thing. Methinks I pulled it from the wrong device. Oops. Okay, well, it's all right. Where's the flatbed? The flabbed? Nope. Is it here? Nope. Hey, cows. Is it here? No. What the flirk? Oh, it's here. Ta-da. It's already got seed on it. I'm going to take those and put that away. Oh, Arthur. Back that up. Back that up. Do. I can't see. How am I supposed to back this thing if I can't even see it? There we go. Nice and easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. And we're going to put it right there. And I'm going to hop out. Actually, we're going to get out of this. Great. And I have of course, the arms and stuff are like buried. But we're going to take these, I'm going to unlatch those, and have to move those out. So, all right, so take this out to the field. I'm going to go ahead and spread the lime that's in here, and then we'll bring the tender out to it. I started the wrong thing. So they were saying that the sprayer that I have for this thing is for grass only, not for crops. So I'll probably sell that and pick up an actual spraying device. I'm going to see what mods are out there for smaller farms that, they give you these huge ones that you have that can spray your fields in 20 seconds, but it seems a little bit overkill for this farm. However, we could also spread fertilizer with this, so then again, I could maybe just use this for fertilizer. There we go. Back up here. And I'm going to do the rest of the work that I got to do over here now. Where's our tractor? There it is. So I'm going to have to move this out. This will be used at some point today. but it doesn't necessarily have to be blocking the things that I need. So. Nice tractoring there, Artie. Thankfully, FarmSim's pretty forgiving on its angles. Because in real life, that would never fly. All right, let's pack this up. Oops. I should have the little grabbers around there, the little forklift forkies. Look out, forkies. We're going to take our... I could put these in first. Would be nice to have someday to have a forklift on the farm. It does make things a little bit easier to be able to grab things with a forklift because they're smaller, they're more agile. This tends to be a little bit clunky, but oh, nice driving. There we go. All sorted. And I'll be right back. I'm going to park this real quick here, and I got a baby that's stirring, so I'm going to try to binkinate her, and I don't think the binky will work, but we'll try for a minute or two and see if she calms down. I'll be back. Don't think the binky's working, but we'll see. It's kind of hard to get them to do it when they spit it out, so she keeps spitting it back out, which means she's probably hungry, which means Mommy will have to come feed her, so. Put that down right there. I'm not very good at... Oh, boy. I'm not very good at in the cab view, so I don't... No, it's for whatever reason, these things... Stick to it. I don't understand this bugged. So what happens is sometimes they get on the forks wrong, and then it's like it. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't detect that it's actually on the forks properly. And instead of coming off, it kind of goes through the product and makes it so it sticks to the thing. So it's because I didn't pick it up properly. There, like in this case, it picked up properly, so now they're working as they're supposed to. But if it spears the product, then it's not working properly. Then I'm going to grab 2 of these. We won't do all 4 yet. I probably will need all of them, but it's easier just to grab 2, and then we'll get the other 2 as we need them. You can tell one of them has been used up halfway. It's like smaller than the other one. Realistic bag action. They actually have a hook lift for those, so hang on. All right. So now I have to figure out how to get this wagon, since I didn't back it up very far, around this corner. Well, I probably should fasten the product onto the trailer because it's going to come off. There we go. That's not too bad. I think I'm just going to go all the way around the horn here. Oh. Okay. Let's fasten these on so they don't come flying off because with my driving, you know. There we go. Everything is secure on the trailer. I'm trying to drive. I'm being kicked by my infant, who's got the binky, but she's not happy because she's hungry. She's like, get this dang thing out of my mouth. I want a bottle. I mean, let's face it. If all you ever drank was a bottle of milk every 2 hours, you'd be hungry too, right? So I can't blame her for being hungry. Oh, this looks like it's way down. They've got 711 food. Where's the silo has what in it? We've got oats. 9,000. Chickens eat sorghum, right? I don't remember. Wait, what are we doing? I'm looking for the animal sheet. I can't remember. Yeah, barley and sorghum. So the chickens get the sorghum. The oats are for the horse. The one and only horse. What, babe?
I said nay.
I mixed the spaghetti. It's coming along nicely. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so hungry. Oh, she's back asleep. Sometimes she just wants to be held, it seems like, as babies do.
You realize there's a bobo here, right?
I've got a bobo in her mouth.
What?
Oh. Well, do you want to give her the bobo? Because she's going to stir again. I mean, she will get.
Look at my knee.
She will not remain happy forever. Ooh. Yeah?
Nothing on my knee.
I know.
No, it's got like black spots in it.
Ew. Did like a fly lay its eggs in your leg?
Probably.
Like a bot fly? Yuck. Gross.
I can't believe you don't like that.
You what?
I said I can't believe you don't like it.
Well, they weren't going to be able to start till late anyway, because Javius has his shooting tonight. He does like skeet shooting. So it probably worked out better anyway. We'll see. I've let everyone down. I think we're going to honestly burn through this lime. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have to buy some more for the other field. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, because this is really low. So, once again, we should see a pretty improved grass yield. And I think because it's grass, we only really have to lime this once. It seems like in the game, once you've limed once, it doesn't really make a difference after that. So, she just totally dribbled her binky out onto me like, ugh, get this thing out of here. I tried to put it back in, and she's like, nope. She's so cute and fussy. All right, let's see. All right, I'll turn this off. And I need to run to the shop. Actually, no, I don't need to run to the shop yet. I still have 2 more bags of lime, half bags, whatever, in the shop. So we'll go grab those, or in the barn, and then we will have to go buy more, which sucks. Everything costs money. These guys are still, we shouldn't have a little teeny bit of milk. Yeah, 3,000 liters. We probably could sell that. I got food. I need them to run the food all the way down because, once again, remember we made that mistake where I gave them just hay. And so I need them to eat the hay down so that we can start mixing them TMR, because that'll help them produce more milk, which is what we need. Remove. There we go. And I actually need to do this differently. I need to have this going straight so I can attach it and pull it out when I'm done. That was the baby. Oh, holy cow. You tooted. Hi. She woke up and farted and then looked at me like, man, what was that? Yeah, you little gas bag, you. Well, yeah, I know. It's stinky. She's making me funny faces. You stink. You stinky baby. Hi. Hi. You're cute. Are you gonna fuss? Yeah. You gonna fuss? Prepare yourself for a fun ride, kid. You got a weird dad. The way she looks at me, she knows it. Like her eyes, she's like, what did I get myself into?
She didn't really have much choice.
I know, poor thing. She did not have a choice. You want to say hi to everybody, Eliza? Say hi. Grunts. That's all you're going to get out of her tonight, folks. Do you want your binky? Yeah, she doesn't talk much at 5 weeks. She does scream though. I tell her when I go to change her diaper, she starts screaming because she's hungry. Or if I feed her, try to feed her the bottle, and she's like starts crying, I'm like, I refuse to feed her until she stops crying. I say, you don't need to yell at me. And as soon as she stops fussing, I give her the bottle. But she does. She knows. She actually will look at me, and she stops. Usually. Sometimes if she's really hungry, then I don't bother doing that. I just give it to her because I know she's hungry. But if she's being cranky, like, wah, wah, I'm like, nope. When you're done yelling, I'll give you your bottle. And then she stops, and I give her the bottle, and she's happy. Isn't that right, kiddo? You got to learn young that you don't need to yell. You just got to ask. Her response is hiccups. Yeah. And sometimes you got to poop. It's okay. Everybody poops. We'll get the old Sesame Street song list out. Everybody poops. Actually, I think it was Everybody Sleeps, but I mean, poops works just as well, doesn't it? When your little tummy hurts, sometimes it's good to poop it out. There we go. I know. I had this dream. Oh my gosh, this is going to be an hour-long episode. Jeepers criminy, guys. All right, so I'm going to get... I feel like I've made you watch enough and talk to you enough about everything that's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this field finished. And I will return to you in the next episode. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. I'm so glad you guys are part of the channel. And I'm so glad you guys enjoy this farm enough that I had enough people telling me to keep it going that it made me decide to not abandon this farm, but to keep it running. I think it is a fun little farm, and it's an easy series for me because, once again, the fields are small. So I'm not spending weeks working on stuff. Instead, I'm just spending like half an hour, 45 minutes working on stuff. Oh my gosh, we're out. All right, folks. See you next time. Bye.